Hello, welcome along Eclipse Motorcycles out on a ride test with RB, the MP3 of 500, twin wheels to the front, stainless steel exhaust, loads and loads of rider room, deep seat for the rider, and slightly up is the pillion seat with a backrest and a top box as well. Stainless steel can on it. Sprung suspension to the rear. It is twist and go bike, main stand only on this bike, and you may notice the main stand is not up because it is locked in upright mode, which is a handy thing should you want to pull up and just pop to the shops quickly. You haven't got to put the main stand down. Also has a handbrake function, so bike rolls, handbrake on, the bike is locked in position, can't be wheeled away. Once your steering lock is in, there is a mount for a phone holder, so it's got a ball mount on there should you want to have sat nav or put a phone holder on using a ball mount. Headlamp flash, main beam, dip beam, indicators, horn, hazards. Over here is your unlock function for the upright position to lock out. Once you're in and running, you can open that up and that frees up the front of the bike. All your modes come up on the display. We'll show you once we start the bike up, and your kill switch. Now, free brakes on this, rear brakes, front brakes, and you also have down here a foot brake as well. But it's a great MP3 500 and very, very handy should you not have a motorcycle license or a CBT. You can ride this on a car license. So if you've passed your car test, you can take this out on a car license. It is a class 3 MOT. And we also do class 3 MOTs at Eclipse Motorcycles now as well. So start the bike up. You have your fuel tank, speedometer, rev counter, engine temperature, all your telltales all up the top. Now these are to do with your riding function that is locked out at the moment, and that tells you that the bike is locked in upright position. And then in the centre, 7,808 miles total, 11.8 volts on the battery, and once you start it up, same as any scooter, squeeze the brake, hit the button, that will fire itself up, and it should charge about 14.1, so anything over 13.8 is good. So 14.1 we are charging. Your modes are changed on your right hand control here, so you can bring up all your different functions of the bike. So loads of functions on this bike, and you've also got your ASR mode and your unlock for the seat as well. Very good bike, this one to ride. Nice wide mirrors, and your screen has an extra extender on the top just to get the wind out of the face. So two ways to do it. You can just literally twist the throttle and go, and it will unlock, telling you it is bleeping. That means that the bike is unlocked. Lock it back up to the right, the bike is locked dead center, and then all you've got to do, hold the brake, and you can just unlock it again. You will get that double bleep from the controls. So let's take it out, let's have a little run. Now, having two wheels at the front, extra stability, especially on gravel like this. You can really blat it on a bit of gravel because both tyres at the front will give you that extra traction. The only light on is the fuel light, and obviously we don't put a lot of fuel in bikes, so we literally put the bare minimum. As you can see down there, it is just coming on to empty. As soon as you pull up, you will get that orange light coming up to tell you that you're available to lock the steering. So means that you can, obviously in traffic, slow yourself right down, lock it, and I can still keep my feet up, and then all I've got to do is literally hit the throttle and go. So you haven't even got to put your feet down when you stop at traffic lights. You can actually put that lock button into place, lock up the steering, sit there with your feet up, twist the throttle, and it will automatically take off the lock on the front wheels. But it is a great bike to ride, and just 7,808 miles, this thing absolutely goes for a 500, and obviously it means that I can take it up to 70 mile an hour. Now you've got to remember that the kilometres are on the outside, miles an hour are on the inside of the clocks, but it keeps up with the flow of traffic very, very easily, and it's very easy to manoeuvre as well. You can literally throw this thing around. So my favourite roundabout, normally I try and get a bike over as far as I can, But let's see what this MP3 will do. Watch out for this lorry. Chuck myself into the corner, and you can see how low this thing really corners. I'm sat bolt upright and it's leant right over. But off the throttle again, and it gets to speed very, very quickly for a 500cc. It is very blowy and blustery today. The rain is on its way, but absolutely flying. Just bring the speed down just a little bit, but it does keep up with the flow of traffic very, very well, and there's not a lot of wind that is coming over the top of that screen, especially with that screen extender up the top. So hence you can probably hear the buffeting from the side, but absolutely nothing in your face from the front. So just 7,809 miles. It is a great bike if you wish to have something different to get to work on and you don't fancy using the car. You can ride this on a car license. If you have got a trike or an MP3 and it is a class 3, we are available now. We have a new testing bay for class 3 vehicles, so you can get your bike down or your trike down to Eclipse Motorcycles to get your MOT now. Happy days. But just feeding it through the roundabout, let's just obviously push it through a few corners, and it's very easy to maneuver around. And obviously should one wheel slip out, you're held up by a second wheel, so absolutely no worries of washing out the front end on one of these on a wet day or on a bit of dirt. Very easy to handle. Twist and go as well, no gears to mess around with, and 3 lots of brakes as well. So you've got your rear brake on your left control, your right brake, your front brake on your right control, and then just down there is the foot brake as well. So foot brake first, that brings in the rear, and then obviously you can go onto the disc, which is very good, and the front, loads and loads of braking off the front of this as well. So if you are interested in an MP3, give the team at Eclipse Motorcycles a call. 01908 822 458 is the main bike sales line, or if you want to reach us on the garage for MOTs, 01908 643 603. But until the next time we are out test riding, from RB, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me.